Hi, I'm Bob Schrupp, physical therapist.
And I'm Brad Heineck, physical therapist.
And together we are the most famous physical therapists on the internet. Hold on to that, Brad. I'll let
No, we don't play games with exercise equipment,
All
Bob.
right.
In our opinion, of course.
In our opinion, we're the most famous.
All right,
What
Bob.
talk about, Brad?
Well, you know, Bob, I bought that P90X workout routine. As a matter of fact, we got a video on that if you want to get some information on how we feel about that. It's a good one to watch too if you want to keep your back healthy. But actually, part of that exercise program I really like is the use of resistance bands. Now in therapy world, we've been using resistance bands for forever.
30, 40 years.
Yeah. And of course you can go now to the stores, it's real big, you know, is it a fad to go out and buy these resistance bands, or are you wasting your money or what? So I want to talk about it, and we're going to do a little product review on the GoFit Power Tube, they call it. And this happens to be one for 10 pounds, and so I bought a couple of these and start using them at home to see what I think of them.
Did this come with more than one in it, or was this one?
That's just one. You
That
can
was
buy
just
them
one.
as kits,
Okay.
yeah. But the reason you use these is to get stronger. Typically it's a strengthening, not an endurance exercise, although it could be. And the options for resistance training, you know, are weights. Weights are heavy, you can't have, they're not portable, they're dependent on gravity, all the resistance is always down. Not the case in this, you can have the resistance go up, sideways, down, and we'll talk, you know, show you
Right.
that in a little bit. Machines are nice, they support well, they're safe, but you really can't take a machine with you, you know, to the hotel room. You gotta join a fitness club or
Or
spend-
even in your house. It's
Right.
difficult to have a lot of machines.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
they're expensive as well. The stability ball, I like that one, and we have some nice videos on the
I think that's a
stability
nice
ball.
alternative.
Absolutely, if
Nice
you
ball.
want something that's portable, inexpensive, and very effective, this is a great
Yeah.
tool. And I'm gonna go through some exercises and show you a good way to work some of the.
I think it works well as an adjunct too. I mean, let's say you already do weights and stuff.
Absolutely.
There's some exercises I really like to do on here, even though I have weights.
Exactly. So, now, again, with the GoFit, it's pretty much, it seems when I look through all of them at the store, I was looking at MC Sports, so I can actually look at them instead of on the computer, I can see what's going on. You get what you pay for. Now these were, it was between $10 and $15, the heavier the resistance, the better, the little more cost, but this handle, the handles are nice. I
These
really
are
like
real nice
having the handles.
Exactly.
But this does not have a pivot point, and they will snarl up. If you get the more expensive ones, they have a metal pivot area where it'll spin, makes it a little bit nicer, costs a little bit more. If you're just starting out, you don't know if you're going to use them a lot, I would get the cheaper ones. And after
Are these color coded too or
yeah,
not?
these are color coded.
Generally, the darker the color, the more resistance, or not?
You know, on
necessarily?
this GoFit, I'm not sure. I know I bought the 5 pound and the 10 pound. And actually I need to get a 15 pound for the exercises I'm doing.
Do you know which one this is?
This one is the 10 pound.
Okay,
Yeah.
and that one is,
That's the 5 pound.
so it is not color coded then, because that's a dark.
Oh,
color.
you're right, you're right,
Yeah.
right.
We have TheraBand, which is a stretchy material too. The lighter it is, the easier it is, the darker it is, the
Yeah,
harder.
in the therapy world,
In the therapy
that's pretty
world,
standard. So what I want to do is go through a few of these exercises. Now, when I do exercises, to make it time efficient and complete, I like to do what they call power sets, okay? And when you do a power set,
Do you want to quickly show that door test?
oh,
Brad?
yeah, and this comes with it. I'm glad you brought that
This
up.
is really nice.
We got this here, it's just a heavy canvas material with a little stop block in there. You can put it here and close the door, and then, like weights, you always have to pull upwards. Now you can pull down and work a whole different muscle groups, okay?
You want to make sure that the door is not going to pull open on you, or someone's going to come through it while you're working on it.
Exactly, yeah. So put a sign out there in the closets, it's usually not a problem.
Right.
All right, so if we're gonna do power sets, that's just my term for if you work opposite muscle groups. So I'm gonna do this one, I'm gonna pull up. This is a nice deal, you can pull up, hands going up to the armpits. Okay,
Nice.
I'm gonna do 10 sets of those. Now I wanna work the opposite muscle group, so that means I have to pull down. So when I'm pulling down, the muscles I just worked actually relax because of the opposite muscle groups. When one muscle group contracts, the opposite muscle group relaxes, and that's something all therapists know. You learn that in school. Now I have to get on my knees. If I had something on the ceiling, you wouldn't have to do that. And then we're going to pull down. We're gonna work the lats and the triceps. I'm gonna do 10 of those. And then I like to do 3 sets of 10, it's just my preference,
Sure.
it works a pretty good number. Now, the next one I'm gonna do, the nice thing you can do with these is bring it into the door at this height as well. But don't get the handle in there. Just a little black knob. Okay. Hose her up.
Door shut.
Okay. Now, I'm gonna pull.
Oh, 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 oh.
Oh!
This is what we warned you about. This is what we warned you about.
Yes.
Make sure the door is shut.
And I did that on purpose to show you the dangers involved.
All right, I'll
Is
hold
it closed?
I'll hold the door right now in case it's not locked.
Here, like that. There.
Okay, it's
Oh, yeah. Okay, so here, good back posture, straight back. We're gonna save our back and all our exercises. We're gonna pull back, and when I do this, Bob, you wanna show where I squeeze my scapulas
Yeah,
together?
he's working the muscles right in
Right
between the
back
shoulder
there.
blades here. Great one for
You
posture.
bet.
This is my favorite exercise to use TheraBand for, or tubing.
And-
I actually go up this way,
Sure,
sideways,
you
and
bet.
even down this way.
Yep, so we can do
Yeah.
this,
These all
Here.
get, and, yeah,
up.
yeah,
You need a smaller band when you go up like that.
yeah.
But then I'm gonna work the opposite muscle group so that those muscles can relax, and while they're relaxing, I can get some more work done. Then I'm gonna do,
Chest muscles here.
yeah, just like this.
Now it's those muscles right here that are working here.
And the nice thing about, you want more resistance, you just
You
step a
step
little bit
further
farther
away,
out, and then you get to a point, you can feel these when they're not gonna break, well, they shouldn't break until they get old, but you'll see when they're at the end, they just stop.
Yep.
Okay, then it's time to go to the next stronger TheraBand. So I'm gonna do 10 pulling, 10 pushing, okay? The next one, actually this gets in with what you're saying, I like to work like a standing fly. If you're a weightlifter and you have a bench press, you call flies and reverse flies. Well, standing, strong back, arch your back, good base foot here. Don't stand like this. Get a good base, arch the back, and we're gonna do those flies like Bob had mentioned
Yeah.
before. And do 10 of those. And then the reverse fly out here, good base, tighten the stomach muscles.
Good posture.
And yeah, you have to feel a strong base, if you don't have a strong base. So you're working the core along with the arms on this one. And I'll do that 10 times and do 3 sets of 10. The other one I like to use,
Do you do bicep, tricep, Brad, or not?
yeah, I wasn't going to, but we certainly can go through that.
I mean, it would be a good way to do triceps with it in that position. Biceps, I'd probably go from the floor.
Right.
Yeah.
This one here, core, obliques are gonna get some
Oh,
rotation
nice,
a little
sure.
bit, and arm muscles, so we're gonna do what I call a punch. And I'm gonna try and keep my
Sure.
trunk, I'm not gonna twist and do this, I'm gonna keep it all like I have a calf. We've talked about this in a lot of our back videos. And punch, and back, and punch. Now this one, the opposite, you're gonna do a pull and back, but you've gotta really focus on tight core muscles and keeping everything square. Now this is actually a little bit strong for me, I'd have to get the other one out for this one. So, that's just a brief introductory, what you can do with these simple
endless.
tools.
I've even seen them use them on the legs even, and.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, and again, yeah, biceps, triceps, it's just endless on the different, and you can do diagonal patterns,
Oh,
things that you can't
right.
do with regular weights.
And if you go traveling, you take them to your parents' house, to the friend's house, over in,
Yeah, it
if
takes
you go to
away-
if you go to Minnesota, you can take them over there.
It takes, it takes away all your excuses, doesn't it?
It does.
I mean, there's no-
It's
there's
cheap,
not
it's
really-
effective, so go ahead and buy some bands.
Give it a try.
Have fun and be careful.